Shabbat Shalom. Welcome back to another video blog. I thought I would switch it up for you guys today and come to you with a sit down video. This is really out of my comfort zone, but I really want to get into it more for the sake of like engagement and like connection. I feel like hopefully will help you guys get to know me just on a more chill level. Do you get what I mean? I feel like especially when I first started making content, I didn't really have much to say. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I am not a talkative person at all. So it's like I really didn't have much to say, but I guess over these like past 2 years and last year especially, I've learned a lot about myself, about life, about everything that concerns Christian living, walking with Jesus, and I just have a lot more to say, really. Yeah, I want to start letting you guys into this part of my life where I sit down, reflect, and yeah, as you can see from the title, it's gonna be like a mini life update. Without further ado, this video is not brought to you by Amazon, but if you guys want to work with me, hit me up. I've got my nice cup. If you know me, you know it's hot chocolate in here. Yeah, think of like having something to carry for comfort, because like I said, it's not my comfort zone right now. And also, this is my girl dinner because I didn't eat when I came back from work. Today's video is really spontaneous. Like, I was not planning to do this at all, but it's like literally a Friday afternoon. It's 12 a.m. oh my gosh. I was just like, you know what, why not? Because yeah, I literally have not spoken to you guys since that video I did, and that was in January. Like, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. All the vlogs you guys have been seeing, they've been like not in real time basically, and I think that's another reason why I want to come and do these like every once in a while, because there's like a disconnect. I feel like if you have me on social media, you know, like I've graduated everything, and it's like I'm still posting videos of like uni life, like another day in uni, and it's like you guys are just not caught up, and I don't like that for you guys. But one thing I cannot bring myself to do is not post vlogs in order. Like, the vlogs on my channel have to be in chronological order, otherwise it's just literally gonna break my heart. I cannot bring myself to do it, so I have to post all these vlogs from before I start posting vlogs in real time, unfortunately. Will I ever get to a point where my vlogs are in real time? Find out in the next episode, honestly. Like, so yeah, let's just really quickly talk about life after uni so far. Summer after final year was really just a time for me to like breathe. Well, the part before I found out if I graduated or not, I was, you know, shaking in my boots. But after I found out that I had graduated and I passed, like, it was really just like like, I wouldn't say it was like the most fun summer I've ever had. I was still like kind of working part-time, not too much, but just enjoying not having stress on my mind from academic pressures anyways. And then ever since I've been back at home, obviously I started working. Even though I had like that break of like summer, I feel like I still kind of like jumped into work straight after uni, which I am very grateful for, by the way. I am not complaining. I don't think I would want it any other way. So the way pharmacy works is you have like a placement planned already after the final year, so I kind of just went straight into that. And to be honest, working life, 9 to 5 life, adult life, I'm not gonna lie, I did not find it hard at all at first to like adjust to this lifestyle at all. Like, the first, I want to say 2-3 weeks, I'm not gonna lie, I was loving it. I was happy. I was pretending I was in Grey's Anatomy. Like, I work in a hospital, by the way, so I was literally living my Grey's Anatomy fantasy best life. Like, I was literally loving it. I had literally no complaints. After like the first 3 weeks, I feel like it just kind of hit me, and like everything was just like, I feel like I started to get a bit overwhelmed, which, you know, is normal. And it's like, like the work-life balance is not work-life balancing. Life started coming from every single angle, bro. But again, I am not complaining at all. I am very grateful. I'm just always constantly remind myself that I'm literally living in multiple answered prayers right now. So babe, I'm not gonna complain. Do you know what I mean? It really started to hit you that like you're really doing a life by yourself. Like the final year of uni, I kind of already felt like that a little bit, but you know, you had like your people that, you know, I was like studying with, or I was like going to church with, or it's like I'm doing this and that with, and I see people like regularly. But now it's like I am really doing life by myself. And that's not to say like obviously I don't have people around me. Literally that next level of like being more intentional to spend time with your friends or to like make plans and stuff. Yeah, it's really easy to just get carried away with like work and stuff and just do that and like not see anyone else or do anything else. Another thing is that like it's really been an interesting adjustment, because the position that I'm in is like I'm still technically a student, I'm still technically learning. Like I have an exam at the end of this year, even though I'm working. I imagine like this is what an apprenticeship will feel like, where it's like you're going to work all the time, but it's like you're still working towards something. So it's really been like an interesting adjustment, where it's like, okay, I need to like kind of pull my own weight at work, but I also need to do what's best for my learning as well. And let me just say, it's been really interesting like characters in the workplace, but I'll leave it at that. Before I get too into, you know, current life, I kind of want to go back a little bit and just reflect on the 4 years of uni, because I feel like I never really did that. First year didn't make any sense. Every time I think about the first year of uni, I literally just have to laugh. Like, you know, people say you just do things for the plot. I should say we, because really it was a collective. Oh gosh, we literally did things for the plot in first year. Like nothing made sense. I would not think too deep into anything, and everything was for the plot. One thing I do love about first year me, or 18/19-year-old me, was that like I really did things that I personally enjoyed in first year for the first time. I feel like I just literally just went for things. Like for example, in first year I did Big Clash. I think that was the best thing I actually did in first year. Like that was my favorite thing. It was literally just so fun for me. It was such an experience. I would do it again. You know, even though I have my reservations about Big Clash now and like the culture and whatnot, like, but I'll be real, like it was the best thing I did in first year, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, starting YouTube as well, I literally did that in first year, even though it was like in the summer when literally quarantine started, COVID 2020. I literally started YouTube. So I feel like first year I literally just did things, and I just love that for me. I feel like as you get older you start to like, well, it's up and down. I feel like as you start to get older you kind of start to like think about what people are gonna think if I do this, if I do that, da, da, da. But first year me, like I just did it for the plot, period. Second year was not my finest moment. 19-year-old me, I don't know, I just look back at her and I'm just like, we would not be friends today. Obviously it's part of the growth arc, do you know what I mean? Literally not my finest moment. I feel like I was really unhappy. I was really just like kind of angry all the time, like easily offended. I really didn't think about other people, just more thought about myself. And what I would say about 2021 is that like I really started to, I feel like I kind of got a taste of real life, and it kind of changed me a little bit. I became aware of like the world and like how life works, and like how life is literally not a fairy tale. Because first year me was very delusional. She was delulu. Second year me, I feel like the veil was kind of torn off my eyes. Not the spiritual veil yet, we'll get to that later. I think I started to feel like you know what, life is actually not great. Like, I started feeling like, oh, the government is unfair, like life is unfair, financial struggles, like, and not to say like those things aren't real, but I feel like those things started kind of to like dampen me. I think like the after effects of COVID and stuff, I really don't know, but I was just not happy. That's all I can literally say. 2021, I really want to talk about where the name NoLimitsSA emerged from, because that was the year that it emerged, and I literally have never spoken about it on my YouTube channel. I said that I mentioned it in like the comeback video, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna explain in like the life update, which never came, because again, I was just doing too much. Like, I'm gonna like do this extravagant life update, like documentary style, this that, and it's like, sometimes just keep it simple. Anyways, I really want to talk about that because it was like a big turning point in the growth arc, and I've literally just never spoken about it on here, and it's like the name of the channel, so it's just, yeah. Even the people around me, they like were there when I started saying, oh yeah, no limits, no limits. I don't really think anyone really knows like the root and the root and how deep it actually was. So basically, in that period, like I said, I started to feel like the pressures of life, like, oh, life is so unfair, like this, that, and the third. I started to feel like I was kind of limited in like what I could do in life, where I could go. I started to feel like there was like barriers around me because of, I don't know, circumstances, because of the way I've like grown up, because of past mistakes that I've made. I like had this thing where it's like, it's literally so bad now I think about it, because I've actually never said this out loud, but I used to feel like I've literally messed my life up, like, and this has been like a reoccurring thought in like different periods of my life. So I remember in like, I want to say like year 11 or year 12, I thought to myself like, oh, like I've messed up, like I felt like there was things or decisions that I've made that it's literally messed my life up forever. Like, maybe I found myself in this group of friends, but oh, maybe in like year 7, if I had gone to this group of friends, maybe my life would have turned out different. Oh, maybe if I had gone to this secondary school instead of this secondary school, my life would have turned out different. Maybe if I had picked this subject instead of picking that subject in sixth form, my life would have turned out different. So I've had this like notion that like I had messed life up, and like now there's like literally no going back, and I'm like literally stuck in the circumstances that I felt like I was in. And then in 2021, a big part of that was like my academic life. So I feel like I spoke about this in this previous sit down as well. In second year, my like academic performance really started to decline, and I just thought, I have messed up, and it used to discourage me so much, obviously, because it's like, well, there's no point now, like I'm finished. Like, I literally used to think that. I just really started to like identify that way of thinking, and I was like, hold on a second, like what kind of life, what kind of way am I thinking? This is not a way to live. So I started like trying to just encourage myself, like, oh, do you know what, no limits. Like, I would say it in passing, I would say it as a joke, and it just became like a reoccurring like joke, or like a running joke with myself and with my friends as well. Like, oh yeah, no limits, that's why they call me No Limits. I was literally trying to encourage myself that, do you know what, like I can still be a fantastic, like I can still live a full, happy, fulfilled, successful, everything life. Do you know what I mean? And literally that's where the name NoLimitsSA emerged from. It was an encouragement to myself that I haven't messed life up, you know, turn my academic life around. I can still have, you know, fulfilling friendships. I can do things I love, and I can be happy, literally. Wow. I've never really said it out loud, so yeah, it's really deep. Anyways. Yeah, so fast forward back to now, the whole work-life balance thing, and a big part of that is the feeling of no longer being in a bubble. I feel like my life in Birmingham, especially in my final year, I was really in a bubble in terms of like being around like-minded people, people who love Jesus just as much as I do, people who literally have a similar mindset to me. So it really just reinforces that like feeling of like I'm doing life alone, which I'm obviously not. I've got Jesus dwelling inside of me, my Father in heaven watching over me. I've got all my friends as well. Just because, you know, we're far away doesn't mean that, you know, I'm suddenly doing life by myself. But yeah, another thing I was talking about with Tenny the other day, the feeling of not being content. It's just something I wanted to touch on because I mentioned earlier, I'm literally living in unanswered prayers right now. But us as humans, we have the bad habit of like wanting more all the time. So I remember when I was in uni, there was literally a time when I literally thought I wasn't gonna graduate. Like, I believed I have messed up, guys. Oh, this video is getting too long for me to get into the tea of exam season, but long story short, I thought I wasn't gonna make it, bro. And so I remember my prayer, my only prayer at that point was, Lord, please, if I can just graduate, please, please, like, if I can just graduate, that's it, that's all. And it's like, I'm here now. Because as you know, uni can be very taxing on like your mental health, physically, emotionally, everything. Lord, please, like, if I can actually just graduate, everything else like will fall into place. Basically, I've walked that stage, I have my degree, I'm living my best 9-to-5 Grey's Anatomy lifestyle that I literally prayed for and worked for. And it's like, now, oh Lord, if I can just drive, like that's the next one, like, honestly. And it's not a bad thing to like obviously want things and like have the next goals in life, but there's a feeling that I've identified of like literally not being content. And it's like I've identified this at every stage in life, and I was speaking about this with Tenny, like I said, and it's like, is life always gonna be like this, where we're always like not content and just thinking of, oh, if I just have this, then everything will fall into place? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, me not driving right now is really an inconvenience, but influences or it impacts my work-life balance, because it's like I have less time. The time that I spend journeying on the bus home, I could be doing other things. I could be using my time effectively. I could be editing a video. I can be doing this, that, and it's like it just gets a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just like sharing this, encourage someone who maybe be in a similar situation, that's like, you know, it's okay, you're not alone. And just continue speaking to your Lord and personal Savior. Another thing is that like being at home, there's not the luxury of having all the time or the space, the privacy to have a sufficient quiet time, or like have that sufficient, let me not say sufficient, have the same, I don't want to say level either, have the same relationship. Like the relationship that I have with God was just never going to be the same as it was in uni. And it's like, I knew that, but now I know that like if you watch my previous video, something upset me, and it was like, I spent like 2 hours talking to God, crying to God, lamenting, complaining, whatever I was doing in his presence. But here, you don't have the luxury to do that. Not even just because, like, you know, I share a room with my sister, or because, you know, I live with 3 other people rather than living by myself in a studio. But you literally don't have the time to do that. Someone can literally upset you or annoy you, and you get up and you go to work the next day and you keep it stepping. Like, there's literally nothing you can do. And it's like, I keep using the word, this is so treacherous. Like, this lifestyle is so treacherous, because the fact that I'm no longer in that bubble means that I encounter so many types of characters, so many types of principalities, so many types of everything. You literally have to keep it stepping. And not that you didn't before, but now it's like life is just on go all the time. You cannot spend time lamenting to God for 2 hours. As much as I'll be thinking, oh, that person needs Jesus, like, Lord, please, this person needs Jesus, it's literally so humbling, because it's like, I clearly need Jesus too. And what I'm learning is that me feeling all these things, or me like having these like internal reactions and like wanting to literally go and cry to God in my closet, it made me feel, or it makes me feel like, wow, have I really not changed that much? Like, why can this thing bother me? Why does this thing bother my spirit? When it's like, I shouldn't be easily offended, I should be slow to speak, I should be slow to anger, quick to hear, and all these things. And it's like, I should be able to exercise patience, I should be able to, you know, control my emotions, not get angry, not feel fearful. And it's like, I feel like I'm literally experiencing the walk in such a different way. And it's like, the way I see it was like, uni was literally a training ground, because I was literally in a bubble. I literally forgot what it feels like to feel angry. I'm not even joking, guys. Literally before I came home, I cannot remember the last time I was angry. And I was like, wow, like, it's literally so humbling, because I thought I was above all these feelings, I thought I was above all these reactions, I thought I was above all these thoughts that come into your head, and it started to make me feel like, wow, am I like who I think I am? Am I really changed? How I say I've changed, or how I thought I've changed? It really started to make me question like my identity and like how much I've been transformed. But again, I've learned that a verse says in Romans somewhere, be continually renewed. Like, be continually renewed every single day, because bro, every single day you need to exercise patience. Every single day you need to be praying for this or praying for that. It really like forces you to intentionally have that daily intimacy. And when I say intimacy, it's not going to be the quiet time with the dim lights and the moments of intimacy playing in the background. It's literally going to be, you're walking to the bus stop, talking to God, someone did that thing, and it's like, Holy Spirit, did you see that? Holy Spirit, give me patience. And it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's exhausting. It's me trying to encourage somebody and I'm telling them it's exhausting. But guys, I have spoken a lot more than I thought I would, and I really hope I can cut this down. Yeah, that's my little life update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next vlog, and if you haven't watched my last vlog, go watch it. It's a part 1. There's a part 2 coming out. Smash the like button if you want to see part 2. But yeah, I'm really excited for part 2 of that vlog. It was just a really fun week. See you guys in the next one. Don't forget to share, guys. Please comment, please engage with me. Like, you guys don't be commenting on my videos and I don't like that. Can you please like say something? Thanks. Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Bye. Shalom shalom. Peace and love. And then I need to word this right. Holy Spirit, help me. They're not still with me in spirit and in truth. Okay, let me be serious. I just thought I would come back. I literally don't even know what I'm saying. Like, today's video, can I speak? Intentional with like making time to spend, and it's literally that next level. In 2021, like I said, I imagine like this is what an I imagine like, okay, you know what, I don't want to talk about that, moving on. Anyways, fast forward to, is that too big of a jump? My best friend was that, oh gosh, I actually hate, okay, let me not say hate, but I really feel uncomfortable in sit down videos. I feel like I overthink everything I say, and I just don't like that for me. We need to practice does this a lot more evidently. What I'm learning is that